There is a pan with the span. The sun has not just arisen from the earth, but more spanning and panning the globe. She starts off down here. You see where my arm is? Okay, when I put it down there, it means when you wake up in the morning, all you're seeing is this little sunshine, the little rooster that comes up from the bottom. It spans. It spans. And then it goes down. Then it pans the same way it went up. Do you see my body? The way it's moving? This is the way the earth and the sun go up and down. And it's panning. It's panning. You do know that I cut the screen in half. I have 100% up and I have 100% down. When I go to Photoshop, okay, and I put the contrast up or down, I'm putting it up or down from 0. And when it goes up or down, it goes up or down 100, 100. It turns all the way around the circle is 100. 10 times 10 is 100. 360 degrees. 10 times 10, 0 equals 6. 16 times 16, I gotta get my calculator out here. 16 times 16 equals 256. 256. You know what that is? 256 is special because the sun is that. Where can I get this? Let me get a little bit more light. I've been having trouble uploading videos. Computer is really funny lately. But is that number up there? No, it's not. So we're going to go like this. 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 equals 256. There is no 3. There is no 4. There is no DC. The sun is spanning and panning. Tack pans. Where do I get the span from? It's from the snap. Snap, crackle, pop, popcorn, maïs. Maïs is a word saying popcorn in French, or corn, C-O-R-N. O-R to adorn, or the golden ring above your head. We, as people, somehow, have you ever imagined, I know I'm going to be all over the place, have you ever seen any character, Nintendo characters, and I always use Nintendo, Nine-Ten-Do. Sod, to sod the seed. Do, sod, seed. Hair growing, sod the seed, let's start thinking. Something else I wanted to mention, and it's on this little piece of paper. Do you see these dots here? And these dots, I was in a car, I think it was a Nissan, and I saw the clock at 12:39, 51, 27. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7 is 14 and 9, 23. 39 now becomes 23. 9 times 3 is 27, 9 plus 3 is 12. 27 and 12 is back to 39, but the 27 alone creates 23. 23, 24, 25, 26, and 9 is 35, electric company. 39 becomes 35. And check this out, 16 and 19, 17 and 20, 18 and 21, 111. 16 and 19 is 35. 18 and 21 is 39. These are the numbers. That is one of the designs. Those are multitudes of designs. You see the diamond rings? Those are multitude of designs. They are all finished in their own domain. It comes off the roulette wheel. It's these numbers over here. These numbers over here. They are not in this order. They are in the order of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way to 36. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. In order, those numbers create that design. The only thing that differentiates it is the color of red and black. Red and black. The gray area. Gray, green, it doesn't matter. They both start with G and R. So let's take the G and R and throw it out. We have gray. So we have AY. Yeah, thinking. AY, 25 and 1, 26. 27 and 1, 27. The Y, or sometimes Y after Z, is actually A again, because you start the 26th cycle. But it's in the middle of the circle. Now I'm going to continue on and add on to this video, and I'm never sure where I am. For those of you, after 5 minutes we came here, my name is Ronald. Ronnie for many years. It's been changed. It's also Raphael. I've been called Ralph. Sometimes I get some people joking saying, hey, Rael. No, Rael. Of course it's all real. It's all real. Ray, R-A-Y, or R-E. Anyways, let's stop with this and let's get that book out. Where's that book? 2 books. I would like to talk about the, what do I do? Oh yeah, what do I do? I look at things and I find truth in them. For example, here's a dice cube, but we know it's got 6 sides. I know the maximum on one side is 6, but I know there's 3 extra spaces in the center. I know if I turn the dice this way, I know it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. These and these levels are singled out. These 2 and these 2 are paired up. 1, 2, 2, 1, 12, 21. I know there's 6 black, and I know there's 3 white, 6 and 3. I know this side is 1 black. I know there's 8 ghosts around it. 8 times 45, but let's not count the halfway. The halfway, and I started to explain that halfway. Where was it? It's right here. Where is that? Where's that? Let me fix that light so I can see myself. See these? 4 above and 4 below, right? Well, would you like to do it? We can go side by side, right? Why does my camera keep doing that? I'm not really... 4 beside each other, 4 above from each other. Wow, this camera is really, really terrible. I gotta fix this up. For a guy that made 4,000 videos, I surely don't have a great setup, and I know it. So we're gonna go back here. I have 4 here and 4 here. The reality is, here's the half. Here's the in-between. Reality is the top part is a C. The top part is an O. The top part is a hook that looks like a 7, and this part is a 1. 1, 7, C, O. That's all it is. It's just, I see it like it is. This is the halfway point. So if you go to the 6 dice, okay, it is similar. We're not showing the halfway points. The halfway point is here. This is above. This is the bottom of the above. The bottom 2, and this is the below, and this is the top. So we have the bottom and the top. We have the top underneath, and we have the bottom. Isn't that crazy? There's 2 sections here and 2. This is the halfway point, the 6. We use this 2, and this 2. 2, 4, 6. In the card, it's the same way. The 6, 7, and 8 play these cards. They're close together, right? They're close together. They should be separated, but they are. The space in between is the separation. 2, 4, 6, 8 is the space in between. 2, 4, 6, 8 is space in between. 20 on the color, 20 on the empty. 20, 20, 40, 20, 20, 40. Split between 2. But I'm not splitting anything, but there is 20 in between. 10, 10, and 10. Here and here. This is the in between of 2 sides. They have it on the cards. In the cards, look in the cards. It's the same thing. This is your digital. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 total. Where do we have 12? The reason we have 12 is once we leave this section onto here, it's 3 here. This line will keep on moving. The halfway point is here, the halfway point is here, the halfway point is here. So it's 2 and 1, 3. It's 2 and 1, 3. 2, 1, 2. But there's another section over here. If you were counting it in numbers, it'd be 1, 4, 7, 10, 13. 1 and 3 is 4. This one would be 4 here. This one would be 4 here. This one over here would be 6. This one would be 6 over here if I was counting it that way. But I'm going to use this as the 4, 5, 6 area. You do know what I'm talking about, right? The same way as in roulette. In roulette, it shows you 36 numbers, and it shows you 4 areas of 12, 3 areas of 12, okay? Above, below, left, and to the right equals to 4. Crisscross, top left to bottom right is 5, top right to bottom left is 6. 7 across, 8 across, 9 across, 10 across, 11 across, plus the in-between here, and the in-between here, and the in-between space here, and the in-between space here. We must count all the spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the in-between space here, plus the in-between space here, plus the in-between 4 and 3 DC. Playing the lines the way they are. The next piece I want to show is how something becomes whole, because I make it that way. I make things work. I rationalize things so the numbers work. 4 times 1.5 is across from 6, right? 4 times 1.5 is 6. 7 times 1.5 is 10.5. 0 equals 6. Goes right over here. This is 10.5 over here. This is exactly 6.0. This would become 165, and because all zeros equal 6, I get the same answer. I don't even have to add this here. This one will automatically go over here. 1 and 5 is 15. The letter O. 1 and 5 equals 6. It's 6 and 6, and 6 goes over here. The hand of God. 3, 1, 3. We did 10 minutes, right? Okay, Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I'm going to come back. I have a video that I'm going to show you some work that I did. And I have to redraw this. The horseshoe. Do you see the horseshoe against the eye? See the horseshoe against the eye? This is the letter R. This is what's in between. You see the building in between, the antenna in between, the horseshoe on each side? What is that horseshoe doing? Does that horseshoe have anything to do with your thyroid gland? And then the extremities, the crisscross and the extension. Crisscross and the extension all create, boom, 1 building, 2 buildings, 3 buildings over here. Here's the eye. This is the letter R. That's the letter R. Horseshoes. Horse is a hoof. Does it count for 5? 5 and 1, 1 hoof equals 5 fingers. But the hoof, okay, is a C with 2 points on it to grab. It's a C. So we showed you that, right? At the same time, do you know what actually that was? I was at a friend, okay, down at a local tavern, shooting back a couple of brews and smoking them down. Right. In actuality, what it was, I'm going to try and show you this camera here, is over here. What we did is I told my friend to cross the hands like this and to put the hands one on each side, just like this, and hold the hands. And we could not get out or move because we were subject to this that was in the center. This is number 5. It splits everything. If I take this up and you go through, these are the seeds. This area is the 0. This whole piece here is the 50. This is the 50. All the way around the 50 is the holder. This holds this inside. This is 50. This that holds it is 25. The spirit, 150, right here. This is in the center of everything, right? Right there. Shoot it right through, comes out the other end, into the pi hole, right? Pi equals P16 equals to the light. 1 and 6, there is only 1 6. This is the only one. It carries with it the 6 on the opposite side, which 3 white ghosts and 8 white ghosts. 3 and 8, C and H, creation heaven. T, time heaven. Creation heaven and time heaven. Remember, T is the 20th letter. 0 equals 6, makes that letter worth 8. 13, 13. I have a lot of designs, and it gets really frustrating inside. Really frustrating. When I write something down and I see some greatness in it from my own vision, it can mean nothing to anybody else, because everything that I'm doing, to begin with, must be for me. For me, for me, for me. And I believe that has a value to you. Okay, not you. You. Okay, not you. But if it had a value to one person, now we can take this to another level. Somebody that actually thinks there's anything of value in this, then we take it to another level. Remember, Earth and Rome was not built in a day, and I don't know about the Greeks right now, but they're rebuilding, right? And our only dilemma is the seed. It seems to be control of money. No, it's not control of money, it's control of the mind. You only need one thing. You need one proper friend. And whoever you owe that money to, take a piece of paper, give them the paper, I'll pay you in 10 years from now. I'll give you 3% of everything. Otherwise, you end up with nothing. If you're a country and you go bankrupt and you're running the lives of millions of people, this money has no value. Zero. If the person that you owe the money to does not need the money, other than to invest, and he doesn't need it to invest because somebody already owns what he needs to invest in, and he doesn't need any more money, why take it away from somebody else who desperately needs money and food in their fridge? How much is enough? Well, let's look at it a little bit different. You can have as much money as you want, but you have to start giving it away eventually. And the only incentive is a tax write-off. That's bull cocky gorny. You need to build a garden. You need to build a garden. You need to grow your vegetables. You don't need to have something that you're going to throw out. Put up solar panels. Put up a windmill. One is not going to run out. The problem is the fast. It's the same thing with the bipolar pills. They want to slow you down. Well, my friend, if you're running at 60 all your life, and all of a sudden you go HDAD, bipolar, whatever, okay, on somebody because you went too high, out of control without expression. No controlled expression, boom, you're too high, and now all of a sudden you're scared, so you're sad. And there's no one there to understand. No one to sit next to. They can really tell you that everything's okay. You just had a blowout. But we lose it after that. We start taking all these medications. And instead of someone who's running at 20 all their life, right, they're now running at minus 20. Just so that when they do get these fallouts, that they don't run at plus 60. Which is all wrong. Because once you bring the mind, the water, the lakes, and the oceans inside of us, once you start to change the lake and the... If we are any kind of element, Tesla, if we are any kind of element of electricity, if there is anything that's real, for all of those that believe in that the tarot cards, and that there's something deeper, and that the zodiac, I mean, if nothing's real, I mean, if there's no zodiac, either A, there is another human race, or there's not. And anybody who believes anything to do with natural medicine, right? Definitely, there's another world out there. We have solar worlds. We have more than one. We are being cut out, and I'm going to show you that. Not only big deal, from above to below, from side to side. Multiple worlds, not one, hundreds. Hundreds of planetary systems, or ships that fly in the sky, but we are frozen in L. The French don't say the H. L is her. Next year's Super Bowl is the 50th. We will not put the letter L for 50 because it represents 62. 8 times 6, 8 plus 6 is 48. Plus 14. 14 is what's in L, which is the eye of the moon, because 14 surrounds the dice, and 7 is the gateway right through. Talking numbers now. L is her. Gaia. They're not talking about Gaia, they're talking about L, who runs in Gaia, the moon. Do you see H and I over here? You have I and I on two sides. Here's the I and here's the I. See the way they slope? Because of the angle? In between, we connect the two sides. That's the H. Here's your O. See the H inside here? H and two O's. There's going to be one here, there's going to be one here. These are going to be connected. H and I is 17. 1 and 7. The only natural 1 in 7 is this one here and this one here. 1 in 7. This is the only 7. They're not saying 2 in 5. That's the B world. 2 and 5. You know what 5 is? It's right here. You need these two, and this one needs these two, and this one needs these two. So you have 1, 2, and this one is 3, and this one is 4. 1 and 2 on this side, 1 and 2 on this side, 2 in the center. This one gets 2, this one gets 2, these two get this one and this one. These two are not counted unless you move to the right or to the left. Otherwise, you'd be on the other side of 11. 11, 11, from one world into the next, put the digital in the middle. The halfway point. 1, see in between here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, see the two different colors? This is what a name can do. I'm not finished the design yet. Okay? I'm not finished the design yet. This was the hand that I was speaking about. You put the two hands like this, crisscrossing 5 and 5. What else did I want to do? Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to do that in the next video. I was talking about 8 and 9. 8 and 9 in the piano is actually A and B. So 1 and 2 is A and B in the piano, and 8 and 9. So 1, 2, 8, 9, all it is AA and BB, or AB, AB. So it's actually 0 C and 1 C. Because when 8 and 9, in the first numbers of piano, there are 2 A's. In the first, there are 2 B's. But there's 1 C, 1 D, 1 E, 1 F, 1 G. So let's do this again, okay? In the piano, okay? C, D, E, F, G. Okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You total them up, is 25. 7 plus 6 is 13, and 5 is 18, and 4 is 22, and then 3 is 25. Now, so you have 25, but with AA is 1 and 1 is 2, and BB 2 and 2 is 4. So you have 2, 4, 6, and 25. So you have 25 and 6. 2 plus 5 is 7, and 6, the spirit is 76. In 2 worlds. The spirit of 2 and 6, which brings in the 7th-gate spirit. 1, 2, 6. And there's so many more places I can go, but we're going to stop for now, and I'm going to be talking about the H and the I letter a little bit further, and how H and I will recreate the first 8 numbers in pi in one swift explanation. Raphael, 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus. Yes, yes, I must do astrotheology. I need guide. I need someone beside me saying, let's do this. Okay, what you got done is good. I just repeat everything so many times, right? Because I'm working, well, for whatever reason. That's all I'm doing. But maybe if somebody's beside me saying, okay, we got that done, we did it good, let's move on to something else. And have somebody else taking notes instead of me. I'll take my own notes, but I'm not quite sure how great, which is great only means how good enough it is for myself, right? Great only means how good enough it is for you. It doesn't have to be for everybody. And not what everybody, who everybody is, doesn't have to be great for you. The satisfaction of a friendship is everybody's great with each other and good to each other. Raphael, we don't have to be the same. 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Understanding astrotheology, the Jetsons, gear systems, and movement. Creation of time equals to a cycle. Thank you for watching. Wow, it won't turn off. What does it want me to wait for 2222?